This video is going to be split up into two parts because I think it's going to go a lot longer than I want it to. I want it to be about 15 minutes, but it's probably going to be closer to 40 because we talk slow and bullshit. So, all right, let's just get into it, I guess. Well, I mean, I'm never one for playing like high impact hand traps like Nibiru, where I'm rewarded for going up against the right matchups. So, what else do you want to put in here?
I don't know. I kind of like Nibiru right now, especially since it's being light. But okay. So what hand traps do we have still on the table? We have Drone Lockbird. There's Nibiru, Ghost Ogre, which I don't like Ghost Ogre at all this format, especially after playing it at one of my locals.
No,
that was like littered with Spiral and it did nothing against it. There's Skullmeister. I know Skullmeister solo to play, but I don't think that's worth playing in this deck.
That's kind of out of format after the ban list.
Right, so now, at that point, there's also Effect Veiler.
Yeah.
Effect Veiler is a good one.
Yeah, it doesn't conflict with Phantasme. Accidentally.
I would love to play Imperm, but I don't think Imperm's like super high impact anymore.
Yeah, and again, I just don't want it to conflict with Phantasme.
Right. So at that point, we're looking at what? Droll. Droll, Ogre, Veiler.
Nibiru, Veiler, and
Nibiru.
That's pretty much it. So Veiler's got, again, the argument, it's not once per turn. Droll can be a devastating card that opens you up to winning. And then Nibiru, if you get the right matchups, it's, again, just an amazing card, especially at a local scene.
Well, yeah. I think Nibiru and, like, Veiler, like, stand out to me, especially, like, the big thing going there is, like, the light attribute.
Yeah.
So it gives you more access to Mechaba, whereas Droll's, like, a win attribute, which gives you access to Raijin.
Do you want to do, like,
again, but
2 and 2 for Nibiru and Veiler, or just max out on one of them?
I think at this point, what are we sitting at? We're sitting at 6.
Is 6 directly impacting hand traps?
If you do 2 and 2, that sits us at a total of 10 hand traps to 2 Fantasticals. I think that would probably be like ideal. Plus, it gives us a variety of stuff that we could draw into, so we have like multiple options.
Let's just feel it out, see how it goes. So that's it for hand traps. Supporting.
We got 2 and 2, right?
Yeah. Supporting spells, desires. You're always playing 3.
Yeah, that card's really good.
Don't play Avarice because we're not a combo deck. We're not going first.
You don't get enough mileage with Avarice in this deck because you're banishing cards from your graveyard to save face.
All right, so we're at 33 cards.
Trying to think here. How do we feel about
Mind Control? Mind Control's amazing. If they don't do a Trigate board, it basically breaks the whole board because you just mind control.
Forces negations, yeah.
If they don't have a spell negate, you just mind control the Appaloosa and then it negates the sleeper. So.
Okay, so we're definitely playing mind control, like for sure. Now here's another question: do we want some sort of like removal spell for like spell and trap or what?
Yeah, but it's which one? Because Twin is amazing against control, right? It always has been, but against Spiral, it's just a neg 1.
Yeah, that's a neg 1. And like, here's the problem too, because like, okay, so let's take in consideration, we just got Lightning Storm into the format, right?
Yeah.
I think that card's like fantastic at what it does, and I think it's really good against stun decks. But like, so I don't think it's good against Spiral because they can do either Trigate or they can make Cerberus with their Trigate or whatever they're doing at that point, and you can't crack their board, right? If you're going with, you can't do it like it burns and it doesn't even burn if they use Cerberus, right? Yeah. So I don't think it's good against that deck.
Like. It's okay in the sense that it'll clear the Last Resort and the Spiral Resort to make the board more easily destructible because then they can't sleeper pop or else their board's just gone.
Right.
But I don't think that card's main deck worthy with this list, especially because we're playing Nibiru and Phantasme, which it directly
conflicts with it, yeah. So we'll leave that out of the main deck because we have, 5 slots to work with right now? Yeah. 5 slots.
So it's either Cosmic or Twin, and I just think for simplicity's sake and overall spectrum, Twin Twister's the way to go.
I don't know if we actually have
Yeah, but discard. This deck has always had a hard time supporting the discard fodder.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So I think Cosmic at that point is the best thing because most of the stuff you're doing with the back row anyway is one of threats anyway. Unless you're playing against, obviously, if you're playing against like Salamangreat and stuff like that, obviously they're going to set more than one back row. But I mean, you get the most mileage out of it if you just do Cosmic, I think.
Yeah,
because you can always play life points.
This deck always has a hard time going against trap-based decks game one, so you just need to accept that and board for it. So,
yeah.
All right, we're playing 2 or 3. Probably 3, right?
Yeah, I would imagine. I'm trying to think of it in the scenarios. It's one of those cards we're willing to see 2 of in our opening hand.
Yeah,
that's the question.
I would say more often than not, yes, because if you open 2 against a spiral board and they don't have Trigate or they just don't respect it, and you banish the resort and then you just bait the Trigate with the second one because then they lose sleeper.
Right. Okay, so let's play 3.
Yeah. All right, we got 2 slots left to work with. Am I forgetting any power spells that this deck plays?
Let me look at an older list just to make sure. Oh, where is it? 2019 Mekk Knight Invoked.
Super Poly?
Either Super Poly or Instant Fusion.
Does Instant Fusion do enough? What's Millennium Eyes restrict exact effect again?
I think it's whenever a monster effect is activated in the hand, it can monster from the graveyard.
Whenever a monster effect is activated, it can target on field or grave. Yeah, no, it's not really relevant. I thought I could just target at will. That would be busted.
I think Instant Fusion's more high impact here. I really think it is. Because they're forced to deal with so if the Instant Fusion hits the board, they're forced to deal with Thousand's Eye Restrict immediately. Or they just, whatever they have set up, they lose their card.
Thousand Eyes
and
is
then
ignition effect, not an on-summon effect, right?
Yeah, it's an ignition effect, but they're still forced to deal with it because either it hits the board, either they stop it or I take a card. There's no in between on that one.
Alright, restrict. So going up against the perfect spiral board, right? And the Trigate combo. Instant Fusion, targeting Apollosa.
They have to stop it. And then the restrict can go.
I mean, if you have Meltdown on the field, they can't stop it. But then they could just Apollosa negate.
Yeah, they can. They can stop the effect of Thousand Eye Restrict because it doesn't.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is they can't stop the spell card itself.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess it forces something every single time it has support, right? It forces an Apollosa negate, a sleeper pop, or a Trigate negate.
What you're looking at that point is it's stopping some line of negation that they don't want to burn it on. And then not only that, but it also gives you access to, for example, I'm not saying a huge high impact, but if we decide to play Reg and stuff like that, it's another card you can play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And what was the other card? Super Poly?
Yeah, Super Poly. But the problem is, I don't think Super Poly gets enough mileage in some. I think it's devastating in Luna because they keep 2 monsters on the board almost at all. So you Starving Venom and really put him in a tough spot there. But like the spiral boards, like they're all different typing, they're all different attribute.
Yeah, but I mean, you can take 2 link monsters for sure and make Diplex Chimera.
Yeah, right.
So
what do you think? What do you think's higher impact at that point? Do you think it's instant, or do you think super poly?
well, I mean, Super Poly in that instance, like that's pretty much only relevant against Spiral after they've successfully comboed, right?
Right.
And we're playing so many hand traps that they might not actually even end on that board. So probably Instant Fusion. But like the targeting protection, if it was an on summon effect, that would be so much fucking better.
Yeah, because then it can't be stopped because Meltdown's face up.
This would be one of those things that I would just test. So I would play 2 Instant Fusion and then see how it does.
Okay, so we'll initially go with Instant Fusion.
All right, and then extra deck, obviously 1 Thousand Eyes and 1 Meltdown Invoker.
Yeah, so invoke. Let's see. Let's get the Meltdown Invoker in there. Strict.
Then we're always playing All Mirage.
Always.
And Secure Guard now.
You know, there's still players out there who play Mekk Knight Invoked and don't play Secure Guard now.
Yeah, I mean, the extra deck, like, you can make it tight, but it doesn't have to be. Like, there's literally no reason not to play that. You're not going to go second every single game.
All right, so let's go to... All right, we have 4 extra deck monsters, right?
Yeah.
And okay, so let's go to the fusion monsters.
Yep.
So 2 mech above for sure. What do you think about Purg? Because like,
I mean,
most of the time, like I know when I play it, like you're only summoning it when you're punching for game. But you also I know there's some situations where you need like the link material.
There were a lot of situations where 2 Purgatrio was relevant. It's a personal preference of mine because a lot of the time the first one gets answered and then you just make the first one to use the first one to make the next one and then you go for game. So
are we trying to use the Madara logic at this point?
Another one?
You stop the first one, but what will you do about the second?
2 Mechaba. I like 2 Purg, but that's because the last time I played this deck for like a month, it was vital, but it was a different format.
Let me ask you this: what other fusions are we going to play?
I mean,
do we play Kaliga?
I like to play Kaliga because a lot of decks have a hard time to deal with it. Now, Spiral is not one of those decks because all of its normal summons are bigger than it, and one of them has.
All right, so the normal. What are the normal summons that they have? They have Tough and what else?
They have Tough and
Agent. Okay, so if memory serves me right, a lot of those decks they're playing either 2 or 1 or 1 and 1, right?
Yeah.
What ways do they have to search it? They have Rhoda and they have Spiral Resort, which therefore you have to think of as terraforming being a way to search it. Or do they have any other way to search it? Within 1 normal summon.
No.
No. Okay. So by that logic, right? If we're thinking about it, the only true out at that point is that they have to normal summon Tough, and they have to Tough pop it because this Kaliga is going to be backed by Alistair in hand, so they can't just run it over.
Yeah. I mean, it's always a good card. It was amazing against Orcust. It was great against Salamangreat. And, like, sometimes you just have to go first.
All right. So let's do this then. Let's play 2 Purg and let's play 1 Kaliga, and we play 5 Fusion total.
Yeah. Well, Elysium's just, like, not good enough.
No, if we were playing Super Poly in the main deck, I'd say play Elysium, because then that's another way to kill your opponent.
Alright.
But at this point...
Regin's just not good enough. Okay, so Link Monsters.
So we need Unicorn and Phoenix in there, I think, for sure. They're the best nightmares.
Alright, do we play Cerberus to out the token?
Cerberus to out token.
But I mean, you should just be able to pierce the token.
Right.
Unicorn.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's because I'm looking at the main deck. Other than instant fusion, maybe I think we should play Cerberus.
Oh, do we play Hornet drones?
No, I don't think Hornet drones. I mean, if we still had engage, I'd play it. Yeah. But we don't, and it's a non-searchable one, so I don't think we should play it. Link Karibo. We should probably play Link Karibo.
For what?
We're playing 1,000 Eye Restrict.
Oh yeah, duh.
So Link Karibo. What are we at extra deck wise right now?
13.
12 or 13? 13 because we're playing Cerberus.
Or no, sorry, that was 12. But yeah, Cerberus is probably.
So that leaves us what, 2 slots?
I mean, you got to play. Like, do we play Borreload, Boral Sword, or Apollosa?
We're playing Boral Sword. We're 100% trying to kill him.
Yeah.
You have negations in Mechabun, stuff like that. So I don't think we need to play Appaloosa in this specific deck. And then that leaves us 1 slot. We could play like I think this is like the flex spot right here. We can either play the BLS link. So I'm just gonna name cards out. Yeah. So there's a BLS link. We could play Dengursu since we're playing Mind Control.
Then I mean, you could get in an odd game state where you have like 2 purples on the field.
Yeah, so you can make.
VFD.
Or yeah, VFD.
Yeah, because I think VFD is the way to go.
You think so? Because
there's going to be a lot of games. Like I said, if you open, what's better to end your turn on, VFD or Mechaba?
No, you're 100% right.
Because
we need some sort of going first play. So yeah. I think you're right on that one.
And that's Alistair plus the level 9 dude gets you.
Yeah, Alistair plus Kaku is the turn 1 calamities if you're forced to go first. Plus, you can back it with your own hand traps too. That's kind of dope. I like that.
Side deck. I mean, do you want to do side decks in these? I don't think we should.
We shouldn't have to worry about it. But no, actually, I really like this list now looking at it.
All right, guys. Well, that was our deck theory for Mekk Knight Invoked in the January 2020 format. If you have enjoyed, please check us out. Joe's going to be doing a live deck profile on his channel. Are you taking it to a locals?
I might, depending on what locals are available. Work schedule. I'm going to try to.
Yeah, so I might actually play this. I have everything except the Kaku. So if you want to see a different deck list or a different deck profile or theory building, please let us know in the comments. I'll probably split this up into 2 parts. The first one going up, and then it's a 35-minute video right now, so I should probably just shut the fuck up and end it. All right, thanks for watching. Peace out. I'll see you guys next time.
That's awesome.